Imagine this. Hundreds of people competing in one of the biggest, most insane challenges MrBeast has ever hosted. The stakes. Life-changing money. The energy. Explosive. The competition. Fierce. Everyone fighting tooth and nail for their shot at glory. But in the middle of the chaos, something happened that no one saw coming. Someone tried to cheat. Yes, you heard that right. In a MrBeast challenge, where every second counts, where every move is watched by millions, one contestant thought they could outsmart the system. At first, it was small, a sneaky move here, a hidden trick there. But then, the cameras caught it, and the internet absolutely lost its mind. Because here's the thing, MrBeast challenges aren't just about winning, they're about fairness, honesty, and proving you can outlast everyone else. So when a cheater was exposed, it didn't just shock the players, it shocked the world. Fans began flooding the comments. Did that person really think they could fool MrBeast? How did they even try to pull this off? What's going to happen now? The craziest part, this wasn't just a little rule bending. This was a full-blown attempt to tilt the odds in their favor. But in true MrBeast fashion, what happened next was absolutely wild, because when you try to cheat in a Beast challenge, you're not just playing against the contestants, you're playing against MrBeast himself.
But this guy wasn't actually cheating.
This contestant basically camped by the chairs the entire time, barely moved.
Now, here's the thing about MrBeast challenges, they're designed to be almost impossible to cheat in. The rules are clear, the cameras are everywhere, and Jimmy's team is laser-focused on catching anything suspicious. But somehow, in this particular challenge, one contestant thought they had found a loophole. At first, nobody noticed. The energy was high, the crowd was locked in, and everyone was too busy competing for the grand prize. But slowly, the cameras picked up on something strange. This one player wasn't following the rules the same way as everyone else. Maybe it was hiding supplies, sneaking extra time, or breaking a boundary they weren't supposed to cross. Whatever it was clear, they weren't playing fair. The moment Jimmy's crew spotted the trick, alarms went off behind the scenes. The organizers whispered to each other, double-checked the footage, and then confirmed the unthinkable. Someone was actually trying to cheat their way through a MrBeast challenge, and here's where it gets interesting. MrBeast could have just kicked them out quietly and kept filming, but that's not his style. Instead, he decided to turn the entire situation into one of the most jaw-dropping moments ever caught on his channel, because let's be honest, millions of people weren't just watching for the prize. They were watching to see the drama, the intensity, the unpredictability. And now, they were about to witness one of the craziest rule breaks in MrBeast history, and the shocking way it all went down.
There, and spread the word though.
So player 14 got busy plotting against number 10.
This is Amelia.
Hey, I've been hearing
The challenge
around,
started like any other epic MrBeast video, high energy, massive stakes, and a prize so big it could change someone's life forever. Contestants lined up, eyes locked on the goal, hearts pounding with excitement. The camera zoomed across the giant set, capturing every nervous smile and every determined stare. MrBeast explained the rules loud and clear: follow the guidelines, play fair, and outlast everyone else to win. It sounded simple enough. But with Jimmy, nothing is ever that simple. The challenge was grueling, testing not just strength and strategy, but also patience, creativity, and pure determination. As the game kicked off, players were dropping out one by one. Some couldn't handle the pressure, others made tiny mistakes that cost them everything. The crowd cheered, the contestants battled hard, and the suspense grew with each passing minute. It was classic MrBeast, chaotic, exciting, and larger than life. But in the middle of all that chaos, one contestant had a different plan. While everyone else played by the book, this player had spotted what they thought was a loophole, a sneaky little trick that could give them an unfair advantage. At first, nobody noticed. The cameras were busy, the crew focused on the bigger picture, and the cheater blended right in with the crowd. But little did they know, this was just the beginning. Their secret move wasn't going to stay secret for long.
It blew up online almost instantly. People flooded comment sections. Some said it clearly broke the rules. No
At
circling,
first,
no
everything looked normal. The cheater blended in, smiling, laughing, and pretending to follow the rules like everyone else. But as the challenge went on, subtle signs began to show. While other contestants were sweating, struggling, and barely hanging on, this one player seemed just a little too comfortable. The cameras caught tiny details, like them sneaking a glance when they thought no one was watching, or reaching for something they weren't supposed to have. To the audience at home, it looked like nothing. But to MrBeast's production team, who had dozens of angles rolling at once, the red flags were impossible to ignore. Behind the scenes, the crew huddled together, replaying the footage. The whispers started, did they just break the rules? Run that clip back. Wait, did you see that? Slowly but surely, the truth became undeniable. This contestant was cheating, and the craziest part, they weren't just bending the rules. They were breaking them in bold, shocking ways. It wasn't an accident, it was a calculated move to tilt the game in their favor. Now the question wasn't if MrBeast would catch them, it was when. And with millions of dollars on the line, Jimmy knew he couldn't just brush it off. This was about to turn from a challenge into a showdown.
Those who lost this challenge in Beast games.
My leg!
The tension in the arena was electric. Contestants were locked in, fans were cheering, and millions of viewers online were glued to their screens. But then, everything stopped. MrBeast, with his classic calm but intense energy, walked straight toward the suspicious contestant. The camera zoomed in. The crowd went silent. Something was about to go down. "Hey," Jimmy said, looking the player right in the eyes. "We need to talk." Gasps echoed across the set. Everyone knew what was coming, but no one expected it to happen so soon. The crew rolled back the footage on giant screens, replaying the moment where the contestant had clearly broken the rules. The evidence was undeniable. The cheater froze. Their face turned red. Some contestants laughed nervously, others shook their heads in disbelief. Nobody could believe someone actually thought they could get away with it, especially in a MrBeast challenge, where everything is being filmed from every possible angle. "Listen," Jimmy continued, his voice steady but firm. "We don't do shortcuts here. If you're gonna win, you have to earn it. And you tried to cheat." The audience erupted, some booed, others shouted in shock. The contestant stammered, trying to explain, but it was too late. The evidence spoke louder than any excuse, and just like that, the atmosphere shifted. This wasn't just about a prize anymore, it was about fairness, honesty, and showing the world what happens when you break the rules in a Beast challenge. MrBeast had a choice: let the cheater go quietly, or turn this moment into something unforgettable. And in true Jimmy fashion, he chose the second option. He gathered all the contestants together and made the announcement: "We caught someone cheating." The crowd gasped again, looking around at each other, waiting for the name. Then Jimmy pointed directly at the guilty player. The camera zoomed in. "There was no escape. You thought you could outsmart us," Jimmy said with a grin, "but the truth is, you can't beat the Beast." The entire set exploded with cheers, claps, and even some laughter. Contestants who had been sweating and struggling for hours felt vindicated. After all, they had been playing fair. And now justice was served. The cheater, on the other hand, hung their head in shame as security escorted them off the set, but Jimmy wasn't finished. To make it clear how serious he was about honesty, he announced a surprise twist: the prize money that would have gone to the cheater would now be added on top of the final winnings. In other words, the cheater's greed ended up making the game even better for everyone else. The audience went wild. The players' motivation skyrocketed. And at home, fans flooded the comments with praise for Jimmy's decision. Once again, MrBeast had turned drama into entertainment, and fairness into the ultimate plot twist.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, pointing at an individual.
With the cheater gone, the energy on set hit a whole new level. Contestants felt a surge of determination. Now the game was fair, and everyone had a real shot at winning. You could see it in their faces, the relief, the excitement, and the fire to push even harder. MrBeast amped it up too. "Alright," he shouted, clapping his hands, "the cheater's out, the prize pool is bigger, and now it's time to see who really deserves it." The crowd roared, and the challenge continued with more intensity than ever before. As the game dragged on, players pushed themselves past their limits. They knew this wasn't just about money anymore, it was about proving they had the skill, the focus, and the endurance to win fair and square. The cheater had tried to take a shortcut, but these contestants were showing the world that the real path to victory is through resilience. Meanwhile, fans watching online turned the incident into a rallying cry. Memes exploded, comments poured in, and the story of the cheater who thought they could fool MrBeast became a viral talking point. But instead of overshadowing the challenge, it made it even more iconic, and that's the magic of MrBeast. He knows how to turn setbacks into spectacles, drama into entertainment, and controversy into unforgettable moments. What could have been a disaster became one of the most legendary twists in challenge history.
Subscribe. One of these players is literally walking away with $500,000, and if you want to walk away with
And just like that, the challenge came to a close, not with a scandal, but with one of the most unforgettable moments in MrBeast history. What started as a shocking twist, with someone daring to cheat, ended up turning into an even bigger celebration of fairness, honesty, and epic competition. The winner who walked away with the prize didn't just beat the challenge, they earned it. Every ounce of sweat, every moment of struggle, every second of determination was rewarded. And that's the true spirit of a MrBeast challenge. It's not about shortcuts, it's about proving you can push yourself further than anyone else. The cheater thought they had the upper hand. They thought they could trick the system. But instead, they became an example, a reminder that in the Beast universe, there's no place for dishonesty. And the best part, their attempt to bend the rules only made the challenge bigger, crazier, and more iconic than ever. Fans walked away buzzing, contestants left feeling proud, and MrBeast once again showed why he's not just the king of YouTube, he's the king of turning any situation into unforgettable content. At the end of the day, the message was clear: cheating might give you a shortcut, but it will never give you true victory. Only hard work, determination, and fair play can take you to the top. And in true MrBeast style, Jimmy left everyone with the question: what would you do if you were in that challenge? Because one thing's for sure, if you try to cheat, you'll never outsmart the Beast.